Struggled in that first half, but other guys stepped up. Odom and Artest with 11 apiece, but Bryant just 3 of 11 from the field.
Well, and he struggled depending on who you relied on as far as defensively or offensively, but a good job by Deshaun Stevenson and the other Maverick guys of forcing him into being a jump shooter early on. This is good defense, certainly a shot that Kobe Bryant feels confident and comfortable in making once again. That's his shot. Phil Jackson said Bryant missed easy shots. Very makeable shots, but following the game plan if you're the Mavs, this is what you want him to do. Trust his jump shot. Picked it up late on to close out the half, looking to be aggressive, turning down shots and forcing the issue. You take a look at the shot chart. If you're Bryant, you're saying, hey, I'm just going to continue to be aggressive, and these are shots that are very makeable, and I'm going to capitalize on this Mavs defense.
Meanwhile, Dirk Nowitzki with 12 points, the leading scorer for the Dallas Mavericks. Jason Terry with 18, the 6th man for the Mavs. Caron Butler acquired in a trade with Washington. Not playing tonight due to a reaction to medication. So those numbers for Terry and Nowitzki very important tonight. But the Lakers dominated the lane. They outscored the Mavericks by 18. Kobe, as we mentioned, had 6 points. The rest of the team 44. And Bynum at 8 points. Lamar Odom was able to get in the lane. I mean, that's amazing. 34 first half points in the paint for LA.
What I fully expect to see is a very aggressive Kobe Bryant early in this half. Very aggressive. You see he picked it up to close out the half. I think you have to begin to try to distance yourself from this Mavericks team.
And you heard him at halftime tell Lisa Salter his ankle's fine. So we'll see how many minutes he plays here in the second half. Played 40 last night. Played 18 in the first half. Deshaun Stevenson started this game on Kobe Bryant because of the Butler ailment, and Nowitzki starts the second half where he started the game with a jump shot.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's a misdirection play for a 7-footer. Pau Gasol will never defend a guy like that again, and Dirk Nowitzki catches the pass in rhythm.
7th leading scorer in the NBA. Kobe Bryant now 3 out of 12. Bryant, number 4 scorer in the NBA. Kidd finds Marion for the dunk. 2 quick baskets by Dallas to take a 3-point lead.
Tell you what, if I'm Jason Kidd, I'm thinking I can close out my career in a situation like this. He has weapons all across the board, pushing the ball, and he is going to pile on the assists.
7 assists for Kidd tonight as Fisher misfires on the 3. Kidd averaging 9 assists per game. Good for his 5th in the NBA rather. Kidd in that first half hit a couple of threes. Shot clock to 6. Here's Haywood, who came over with Butler and Stevenson in the trade with Washington. And Brendan Haywood banks it in.
And people don't understand when the trade was made, you thought it's about Caron Butler. Didn't appreciate what Brendan Haywood did. And then Eric Dampier goes down. All of a sudden, you got to trust the guy. Well, not because you just trust him. Here's a guy that can be a key part of the success of this Maverick team, even going forward.
Shot clock down to 3. Bynum, no. Rebound, Marion. Now, Haywood missed most of last year with a wrist injury. Bryant gets the Kidd miss. Remember, Haywood also battled with a Tom Thomas, figuratively and literally at times in Washington. Now, Dirk says, as Haywood gets the block, Nowitzki told us today Haywood, he thinks, is really the key to the deal, even though he's a big fan of Caron Butler as well.
Oh, great hands, the ability to finish underneath, can catch, and also big-time rebounder and shot blocker. So everything you want in a center, and also feels confident in pulsing the basketball.
Lakers have now missed 8 straight shots going back to the end of the first half, but Fisher takes care of that with a 3. Derek Fisher is playing his 389th consecutive game tonight. Number 2 among active NBA players behind Andre Miller. He's closing in on 600 in a row with Portland. He's about the only guy healthy for them. Nowitzki on the move. Dirk Nowitzki with 16 points.
That's bad defense. Good offense by Dirk, not settling to be a jump shooter, but bad defense by the Lakers. Where's the help?
Here's Bryant, 3 of 13 from the field, 6 points. Fisher. Bynum couldn't handle the pass. Shot clock at 4. Fisher over Kidd. And good box out by Haywood. And good defense on the other end by Bynum. Gasol not ready for the pass immediately, and Nowitzki with a strip. It'll stay LA basketball.
This is what you want from Dirk. We know you can shoot the basketball. There are going to be times during the course of a basketball game that you have to look to be aggressive. Don't settle with jump shots. Put the ball on the floor.
Kobe Bryant with his 4th field goal. 8 points now for Kobe.
On the Mavs, I'm looking for Dirk Nowitzki. Knocked down 7 of his last, 7-11 from the field. That's when you look to go to a guy like him, especially with Pau Gasol defending.
Kidd thought about the 3, fouled by Derek Fisher. Second on him, first on LA here in the quarter.
And the luxury with Dirk, you don't have to run a set. Put the ball in his hands. He's a weapon at any time he catches it, and then is a disadvantage because you're asking Pau Gasol to defend him.
And he told us today he likes the free-flowing offense they've had of late. Ricardo said they had to really scrap about 1/3 of the playbook because they just haven't had time to practice their sets with the guys they got in the trade. Jason Kidd likes it too, I would say. Kidd with his 3rd 3 already in the game. 9 points, 8 assists.
And that's something Jason Kidd does every day. He understands those are shots that I'm going to have to take and make.
Here's Bryant over Stevenson. Back-to-back field goals for Kobe Bryant. He's got 10 points now.
You know, you're Deshaun Stevenson. You're not thinking at any point, yeah, I'm locking this guy up. You're thinking, when is he going to heat up? And then when he makes it, you're thinking, uh-oh.
Who was that guy that you played against?
It was a lot of guys. It was a whole bunch of guys. Matter of fact, it was every night.
Bynum with a block on Marion. The self-effacing Mark Jackson tonight. Usual. Here's Bynum with a catch. Had a good first half. Quiet here to start the second half. Fisher no. Stevenson the rebound. Kidd gets around a couple Lakers. Artest got a hand on it. Here's Fisher, grabbed by Stevenson. No basket. They say the foul was out near the free throw line. And they're going to call it a clear path foul, so it'll be 2 shots in the ball. On Deshaun Stevenson, his 2nd personal. No basket, 2 shots in the foul, or 2 shots in the ball, I should say, for Fisher is holding his right hand. This is non-shooting hand.
You're the Mavs. You would much rather, prefer giving him the basket and shooting a foul shot rather than taking 2 shots and getting the basketball back. But a smart play by Fisher, even though he didn't get the call as far as the N1, heard the whistle and tossed the ball up.
And Fisher, an 84% free throw shooter, gets both. There's Mark Cuban, the Dallas Mavericks owner, who was putting on a shooting display in pregame.
Mark Cuban was serious. He was serious. Just a couple of guys in the gym. He had the ball boys rebounding for him, and he must have got up over 500 shots.
No shot, as there was a foul on Stevenson, his 3rd. I didn't see Cuban miss, did you? Maybe 1.
Come on now. Let me let you know.
Well, you
something.
were watching him for 10 minutes.
Let me let you know something. They have a front office in place. They have a coaching staff in place. They have announcers and everything. You don't have to tell stories to try to get hired. Okay? The man missed more than enough.
Hey, I already got a job, man. Kobe gives the Lakers the lead. Bryant now with 12 points. Nowitzki fouled by Bryant. 2nd on Kobe. 2nd on the Lakers. Here's what we're talking about. Working up the sweat, nailing the jumpers.
Well, the funny thing, too, he's talking trash to me in the middle of the shots. This one is money. Pay attention, Mark. This is what I would have done to you if you guarded me. Are you kidding me? Have I fallen that far that Mark Cuban would trash talk to me before the game?
Well, you just said on national television that every night somebody lit you up.
Nobody named Mark Cuban.
who had 11 first-half points, comes into the game for Gasol.
And this is a much better matchup for the Lakers as Jason Terry also comes to the ballgame. It gives them somebody to at least keep a body on Dirk Nowitzki. He's getting too much airspace on the offensive end.
Stevenson out and Jason Terry on. He had 18 points in the first half. Nowitzki now with 18 as he gets both free throws. Dallas back up one midway through the third quarter. Kobe Bryant with as many points here in the first 5.5 minutes as he had the entire first half. He's got 12 for the game. Through the hands of Artest and out of bounds to Dallas.
And you see what the Lakers are trying to do because Sean Marion is defending Kobe Bryant, so they're trying to get Brown Artest on the block. And right away, Bryant defended Marion, so they put him on the block, and that's a big-time move by Marion.
Sean Marion averaging just 11 points per game. That's the lowest mark since his rookie season. Had his best years, of course, in Phoenix. Bryant returning the favor. And Kobe Bryant now has 14 points. 8 here in the quarter for Kobe. Kid off the Nowitzki screen. Shot clock at 9. Odom grabbing Nowitzki. No foul called. Backside rebound by Haywood.
But you see the difference when Pau Gasol is defending him. He had plenty of space in that situation.
Marion puts it in and he's fouled. Artest picks up the foul, and Dallas has a 3-point lead on the Lakers.
And the reason why Sean Marion is picking it up on the block against Kobe, you don't want to help? Well, I'm taking the smaller guy, spins away. And how about Bryant says, you take care of me on one end, you pay the price on the other. The knockdown jump, and now a second shot opportunity. Marion, after the ball is swung, gets the basket and the contact. Both guys going at it.
Cuban and NBA Cares ambassador Felipe Lopez recently joined the National Wheelchair Basketball Association All-Stars to host a clinic for Dallas area wheelchair-bound athletes. The group worked with youngsters on basketball fundamentals and having fun as part of the NBA Cares All-Star Community Care event. The NBA, where caring happens. And back to the house that Mark Cuban built. Mavericks on top of the Lakers, leading by 3. Dallas, 4th best record in the West, half game back of Utah. Lakers, the #1 team in the West at 43-14. But it's the Mavs on top by 3.
I'll tell you what, I think we at times as fans take guys like Mark Cuban for granted. He is so good for sports, and specifically professional basketball. His passion, his desire is unmatched, and it is great to see.
Very involved in the game, very involved with his players. In fact, you know, we saw that clear path to the basket foul earlier. There were some reports that Cuban was responsible for extending that from 1 technical free throw to 2. He knows the game, very involved, very good to his players and good to his employees from all accounts. As Gasol gets it from Fisher, Lakers back within 1.
That's a pick and roll by Fisher and Gasol. You have to trust your big guy's hands to make a pass like that. Gasol able to catch it in traffic and finish.
Here's Kidd, tried a miracle bounce pass to Terry, knocked it out of bounds by Gasol.
That's the first time in a long time I saw Jason Kidd basically predetermine what he was going to do. That's not what you're supposed to do. Let the defense dictate, but he made up his mind, I'm going to make this pass, and almost turned it over.
Nahara, who's in his second stint with Dallas, comes in for Haywood. Nahara spent his first 4 years with the Mavericks. Came over recently from the Nets. There's another former Net, Jason Kidd, who's in his second stint with Dallas as well. Nowitzki on Kobe Bryant with 4 to shoot. Marion is there again. Couldn't get the handle on it, though. And a jump ball.
And you see much better odds when you put a smaller guy or athletic guy on Dirk Nowitzki. Able to close that airspace and contest the shot. That time Bryant and Odom switches the pick and roll, and Bryant gets underneath the skin of Dirk forcing him into a tough one. Now, he's very capable of making it, but that's a shot that you live with, given a great play.
And Pau Gasol is telling Michael Smith, I was the one that tied up Sean Marion. Remember that in the first half, there was some question as to who was responsible for the Lakers tying up Beaubois. Smith says that's our test. The Lakers win the tap again. They won it in the first half after a lengthy delay. Gasol could not handle that pass from Fisher. Marion's got the hot hand. He's got Kobe Bryant on him. Marion over Bryant. Excellent defense by Kobe. Batted out of there by Nahara. Another opportunity for the Mavs. Terry way off. Looking for his first points of the second half. Did not get him there.
If I'm the Lakers, I slow it down with Nahara defending Pau Gasol and put him on a block. Look for Pau Gasol to make a play.
Odom spin, fall away, short. Gasol offensive rebound, foul by Nahara. That is the first offensive rebound for the Lakers since the first quarter. And Gasol will go. Now they're going to say it was non-shooting foul, so out of bounds. Nahara picking up his second, third team foul.
I think if you're Pau, that's what you have to do. Look the post and also look to dominate the offensive board. Smaller guy on you, you have to look to take over this game.
Here's Kobe. He's played the entire third quarter, 26 minutes on the night, played 40 minutes last night. Hit the game winner to beat Memphis, a game-winning three with 4 seconds left last night. They go to our test on this play, and he's fouled by Kidd.
But matchup problems across the board. Not only Nahara trying to defend Pau Gasol, but also Jason Kidd defending Ron Artest. So they wait, they clear it out. The high-low drop-off pass from Pau Gasol. Artest catches it, seals, gets hammered by Kidd in the face. Fortunately for the Lakers, he's okay.
Second foul on Kidd. This is the 4th free throw attempt on the night for Los Angeles. That's it. 11 for Dallas. Artest 69% free throw shooter. Spent last year with Houston. Of course, played for Indiana, Chicago, and Sacramento as well.
I believe he went to St. John's University.
Yes, he did.
That's in New York City, right?
How do you know that?
Little birdie told me, I guess. Outstanding school, but this guy was a big-time New York City high school player, had a great career at St. John's, and he's had a heck of a run in the NBA.
Gives the Lakers a 1-point lead. Lamar Odom a little shaken up. Tries to get back on Kidd and may have altered that shot. Odom favoring his left arm. We'll see if that affects his shot. Here's Gasol working on Nahara. Gasol pretty, couldn't finish. Try to tip it to himself. Out to Kidd. Here's Terry in transition. Got the three. A game high 21 for Jason Terry.
Trusting your point guard, he gets to his spot, ready to unload.
And a Dallas foul, so the Mavericks now in the penalty. With 2:48 remaining in the third quarter.
In transition, Kidd to Terry. Contested hand of Lamar Odom. Got him, and the Jet takes off.
Tom, Kobe Bryant, his 5-game winners on a SportsCenter Encore on ESPNLosAngeles.com. Tonight, Kobe Bryant has 14 points and 8 here in the third quarter.
He's got it going. If you're Rick Carlisle, you're satisfied because this is good defense, just better. Oh, contested hand, knocked down to Jake. Same D in the first half. Once again, contested. Tough jump shot. Doesn't matter when you're that great offensively. He does not even see the defender time and time again. This is picture-perfect defense. Staying down, waiting, contesting. But Kobe Bryant has got it going in this quarter.
You see what he's done since missing his first 5 shots of the game. Still just 1 rebound and 1 assist. He averages about 5 per game in both categories. And again, no Caron Butler tonight. He is out due to a reaction to medication, and Phil Jackson was worried about Butler, saying that he thinks Dallas has improved because of Butler's ability to defend Kobe. But tonight it's been Deshaun Stevenson and a couple other guys at times guarding Bryant.
But I also think Caron Butler's ability to create his own shot, adds something to this team also. Dirk is the one guy, and then you have Terry coming in off the bench who can create a shot by moving without the basketball and pick and rolls. But Butler also is a guy that can take pressure off of those two.
Gasol gets 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Dallas leads by 1, 2.5 to go in the third. Here's Nahara, finds Marion. He lost the ball.
That's a good find by Nahara. Marion not able to finish.
Opportunity for the Lakers to retake the lead. They led by as many as 9 in the first half. They've got the best record in the West and a half game behind Cleveland for the top mark overall in the NBA. Odom to Gasol. They're going to him a lot here in the third quarter.
I mean, it's too easy. At some point, you have to say, forget about what we're running. Recognize where the mismatch is on the floor and then take advantage of it. That's Pau Gasol at his best.
9 points now for Gasol. Here's Terry. Good screen by Nahara. Terry couldn't hit the jumper. Rebound Artest. Here's Kobe. He's played the entire third quarter. That hit the leg of a Maverick, and Marion on the other end. Almost missed the layup, but it drops in. Dallas back up 1.
And you see what the Mavs did, realizing that they were taking advantage of Pau Gasol. Dirk Nowitzki switches on to Pau right now, and Nahara goes to Lamar Odom, and they want to post up Lamar Odom.
And they're going to call 3 seconds on Odom.
Bryant trying to find Lamar Odom for a high-low. Lakers felt like it was a kick ball. Terry throws it ahead to Marion, finishes in transition.
8 1/4 for Sean Marion. Dallas by 1. 10 points for the game for Sean Marion. Just over a minute remaining in the third. Terry with the spins and overthrows Kidd. Now 2 unforced errors here in the last couple minutes. 15 Dallas turnovers now. Haywood back in. And Nowitzki will get a breather. 18 points, 9 rebounds for Dirk.
And this is a good substitution for Rick Carlisle. Get Dirk Nowitzki the end of this quarter to relax. Also through the break.
Gasol facing up on Haywood. Oh, great pass inside, and Shannon Brown with a finish.
That's why you post up Pau Gasol. It's not just about his scoring, but his ability to find guys in the trenches, whether he's doubled or single.
Lakers have a foul to give here in the final minute of the third quarter. Here's Nahara from the corner. And Kobe Bryant with his second rebound.
And look for Bryant to go 2 for 1. He understands to get up a quick shot right now.
Got caught in the air, and Gasol turned his back. So Bryant turns it over. Numbers, Nahara into Bryant. Can't get it to drop. And Kobe stepped on the baseline as he had the ball. Kobe, though, not happy with Gasol turning his back as Bryant got caught in the air in the last possession.
Bryant was looking to shoot the basketball for a 2 for 1, realized that the defense came to him. Gasol didn't turn around. Not only is Bryant upset, but Phil Jackson on the sideline upset with Gasol also.
Dallas now can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Farmar guarding Kidd with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lakers leading Dallas by 1 here in the third. 5 seconds left. Dirk back on the floor, and he's fouled. Lakers did have a foul to give. So side out with 3.7 on the clock. They get Farmar for the personal. Here's Terry with 3. Back to Kidd for 3. Got it at the buzzer. And Dallas takes a 2-point lead in the fourth quarter. for Jason Kidd, but keep in mind the Lakers have won 8 games this year when they've trailed after 3 quarters of play.
And you know, Jason Kidd understands teams are going to leave me wide open and dare me to make this shot. That's why every single day I'm putting the time in, putting myself in position to knock these type of shots down. Jason Kidd, old veteran, still playing effectively for Rick Carlisle and these Mavs.
And Dallas leads at 74-72 after 3.
Welcome back to American Airlines Center. Rick, with the new pieces, you guys certainly are a work in progress. But with the limited playbook, what do you think is going to be the key coming down the stretch?
Well, we got to be efficient, and right now the games are practices for us. So, you know, we just got to make it work.
Now, you know that this is the second night of a back-to-back for the Lakers. How do you exploit that in the fourth quarter?
Well, we're a little down on manpower, but we got to push the tempo. I mean, we're a running team, and we just got to get a little more active defensively, get the ball in kids' hands and get out, and that's where we play our best.
All right, thanks for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Guys.
All right, Lisa, Dallas has a 2-point lead. Like Kobe did in the second quarter, he will start the fourth quarter on the bench. He played the entire third quarter at 8 points in that frame. Has 14 for the game. He actually leads the Lakers, who turned it over on their opening possession. Jason Terry, 21 points on the night, finds Stevenson in the corner. He just has been unable to shoot this year, shooting under 30% from the field.
I'm Phil Jackson. If you lose this ball game, you can point your finger directly at how you closed out quarters. You talk about the end of the second quarter, Mavs close it out 10-2. The end of the third quarter, they close it out 16-11. You have to close out quarters better.
Good defense by Stevenson, stripping Bynum. Here's Kidd, splitting the defense, and Brown picks up the foul. So Kidd will go to the line. First on Brown, first on the Lakers here in the quarter.
2 possessions to start the fourth quarter. Turnovers by the Lakers. Phil Jackson has got to be upset about that. But if you're Rick Carlisle, you're satisfied with the way that your team has come out defensively, intense and ready to send a message.
Kidd, an 81% free throw shooter. Dallas is the best free throw shooting team in the NBA. They're 10 of 12 so far tonight. Trying to even the season series with the Lakers and tie Utah for the 3rd spot in the West. The Lakers have the best mark in the Western Conference, and they get a big one with Denver this weekend. Second game of the doubleheader on ABC. The Lakers 0-2 against the Nuggets this year. Foul called. Looked like there was a block by either Haywood or Marion, and the other picked up the foul. They'll get Marion for the foul. That's a second. First on Dallas here in the quarter.
And you look at this Laker lineup, and pressure shouldn't bother them. They have 4 guys that can competently handle the basketball, but right now the Mavs are taking them out of character, forcing the issue.
Shannon Brown really finding a home with the Lakers. Hits the first free throw. Coming up on Thursday on TNT, it's Cleveland and Boston, followed by Denver at Golden State. Doubleheader ESPN Friday. Atlanta hosting these Mavs. Orlando at New Orleans. On NBA TV Saturday, Houston at Utah. And then we talked about the doubleheader on ABC Sunday. Coverage starting at 12:30. Denver Lakers. But first, it's Phoenix at San Antonio. Suns with a big win last night, ending Oklahoma City's 9-game win streak. So the Mavericks right now with the longest active win streak in the league at 4 in a row. Marion misses. Bynum could not get a handle on it. It'll stay Dallas ball.
And it's because of the activity of Brendan Haywood that time on the offensive boards, not allowing Bynum to try to secure the basket.
Here's Marion. Good catch by Haywood, and Bynum fouls him. 2 on Bynum, 2 on the Lakers in the fourth.
If you look at Deshaun Stevenson, you say, okay, well, hasn't knocked down shots tonight. But if I'm a Mavericks player or coach or owner, my thought process is this guy has done nothing to hurt us on the basketball floor. He's played outstanding defense against Kobe Bryant. He's been aggressive, looking to take shots when they presented themselves. I can live with you missing shots. I love the energy right now by DeShawn Stevenson.
And look at the trade overall for Dallas. Josh Howard, who they really were trying to get rid of if the deal was right for the last year. And they get Caron Butler, Brendan Haywood, and DeShawn Stevenson. Haywood has played great. Butler not playing tonight because of a reaction to some medication. But Stevenson did a really good job on Kobe, held him to 0 for 5 in that opening quarter. Dallas by 4, and the 6 on the shot clock. Stevenson getting into it with Artest, and they're still talking.
This is what you want. This is exactly what we're talking about. Undersized, matched up against a bigger, stronger Ron Artest, but not given any room. I'm going to battle, I'm going to compete, and I'm going to send a message by my energy.
And credit Artest too for backing off. Earlier in his career, he probably would have gone right back at Stevenson, who picks up his 4th foul. And a tough pass for Bynum to handle there. Odom threw it over his head. Another Laker turnover.
I think the Denver Nuggets, they've shown people how you can beat the Los Angeles Lakers. You look at the Celtics, you look at the Cavs, you have to play with force against this Laker team. If you allow them to be a finesse team, they'll beat any team that's ever played this game.
Do you still think they're the best team in the West? What about in the NBA?
I think in fairness, the Cleveland Cavaliers have proven over the long haul that they are the best team during the course of this season thus far. So I give them that respect, but the championship still got to go through LA.
Lakers 0-2 against Cleveland, 0-2 against Denver. Odom with the basket and then a foul on the other end. 3rd on Farmar, 3rd on the Lakers already. Here are the best records in the NBA.
You know, more than anything that I can remember, it's gonna make a difference who you match up against with come playoff time, because the better team will not have a clear path to the finals. It depends on what your matchup is. It's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds closing out this season.
Kobe Bryant back out there. Lakers at 43-14, a half game back of Cleveland, which is 44-14 for the best record in the league. Lakers beat Orlando in the NBA Finals a year ago. Offensive foul. Haywood called for the illegal screen. His first.
Now, I like this move by Phil Jackson, getting Kobe Bryant back into this ball game along with Derek Fisher early in this 4th quarter. This is a big game, and you want your guys closing it out. Plenty of time to rest. You've had plenty of rest. Now let's go get this game if you're Phil Jackson and the Lakers. That's the mentality.
Kobe played 40 minutes last night. He's already played 31 in this game. Just 7 of 18 from the field, 14 points after that miss. There's Nowitzki. He's got 18 points for the game. One-on-one with Odom. Nowitzki bumped. He'll go to the line. 4th team foul already on the Lakers against the #1 free throw shooting team in the league. And Odom picks up his 2nd personal.
And I like Dirk's mentality on that play. We've seen in the past a fadeaway jump shot when a guy gets close to him. That time he said, no, I'm getting to my spot. He forced the issue and forced the contact from Odom.
Nobody talks about this great free agent class that we're going to have this summer. Dirk Nowitzki could be in that mix. He has 1 year left on a deal. It's worth $22 million, but he can opt out. But he said all along he wants to stay in Dallas and be a Maverick for the rest of his career. Has a great relationship with Mark Cuban, the owner.
And I'm Dirk Nowitzki. Where else do I want to go? I'm not even entertaining a thought, because Mark Cuban's a bright businessman. He understands Dirk Nowitzki's importance not only to this franchise but to this city. And if you want to win, it starts with building around him.
Nowitzki now with 20 points. Here's Bynum. And he's been quiet for a while. Had a great first quarter. He now has 10 points. Lakers back within 2. Here's Terry off the Haywood screen. Over Bynum, no. And out of bounds. Ron Gerritsen says it's off of Odom. So timeout with 8:37 remaining in the fourth quarter here in Dallas. Lakers trail the Mavericks by 2.
No problem, but Manu Ginobili said, young buck, not here, not tonight. Denies the shot, and Durant denied his 25 points. Also, by the way, the Spurs won. Durant 0 for 4 shooting in the fourth quarter. His streak of 25 points ends at 29. Guys?
Stu, still a great year for Kevin Durant. Mark Jackson, where does he fit in to the MVP discussion for you?
Well, you talk about the MVP in the league so far this year, and there's 5 guys that stand out. Certainly LeBron James, in my opinion, right now has ran away with the MVP. Season's not over with, but also you look at Kobe Bryant, what he's done with the Lakers. Durant in his spectacular run, leading that young Oklahoma City Thunder basketball team. Carmelo Anthony with the Nuggets, what they're doing in the Western Conference. They're a dangerous team, capable of beating anybody. And then Dirk Nowitzki, underappreciated for what he does, setting the tone for this Mavericks team. Those 5 guys, clearly the best in the business as far as the MVP conversation is concerned.
There's a guy who had some MVP seasons as a running back for the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Dorsett.
See, I thought you was too young to remember that. Tony Dorsett. I was a big Cowboys fan with Staubach and Dorsett and those guys.
I remember you, so can't be that old. Barea with the miss. Lakers can tie it or take the lead. Mavs 0 for 5 here in the quarter.
You know, J.J. Barea is going to play a key role for this Mavericks team because Jason Kidd's no young buck. You're going to have to find moments for him to get a rest, and you're going to have to find quality play behind him, and J.J. is the man.
Here's Bynum, 3 on the shot clock. Does he recognize it? He traveled before he had a chance to recognize it. He thought he was fouled. Second time he's gotten called for traveling.
I think it's no secret the Mavericks to close out a ball game, it's going to be simple. Jason Terry and Dirk Nowitzki playing pick and roll situations, and also Terry running off of Dirk as far as setting screens.
They've combined for 41 points as Odom got tangled up with Nowitzki, and the Lakers now in the penalty. So for the final 7:54, the #1 free throw shooting team in the NBA will go to the line. And Nowitzki, one of the best free throw shooters in the history of this game.
And part of the problem is, even though you have the Lakers in the penalty, you have no legitimate post-up guys. So you can't capitalize other than isolating Dirk Nowitzki. And I think if you're Brendan Haywood, you say, I'm going to pound the boards and force them to try to foul me to stop me from getting second shot opportunities.
Third foul on Odom. Nowitzki now 7 of 7 on the night at the free throw line.
If Phil Jackson is concerned as, hey, fellas, fourth quarter, it's winning time. So far in this fourth quarter, his team is 2 for 4 from the field and 4 turnovers. That's not a way to start a fourth quarter on the road.
Well, last night in Memphis, the Lakers came back to beat the Grizzlies. Kobe Bryant scored the final 9 points of the game, hit a 3 to tie it with just under a minute to go, then hit another 3 to win it with 4.3 seconds left. Does he have the same kind of heroics in him tonight here in Dallas as our test fires? Gasol rebounds, tried to hit Bryant. Instead, it's Terry the other way on Fisher. Bryant with the strip, but it ends up in the hands of Kidd. He'll let it fly, miss the 3. And a sloppy possession there for Dallas. There's Gasol on Haywood. Gasol held to 9 points so far in the game. Make it 11 as the Lakers are back within 2 with 7 to play.
And good defense by Brendan Haywood. Your job is not to allow him to get into the paint, force him into a jump shot. Gasol just knocks it down.
Nowitzki on Fisher. 7 to shoot. And no contest there.
But that's exactly what we talked about. Pick and roll with Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Terry forces the switch, and then you isolate Dirk at the foul line, and he does what he does best.
Artest got Haywood in the air, and he's fouled. See if they call it a shooting foul or not. Third foul on Kidd, third on Dallas, non-shooting foul. Kobe's taken only one shot since re-entering the game. He missed it. He's got 14 points, 7 of 18 from the field. Shot clock at 4. Bryant doesn't even touch it here. It's Odom going to the basket, but he's fouled. That's only the second on Nowitzki. 4th team foul on Dallas. Well, we're seeing the other 4 players for the Lakers getting more looks and being more aggressive. Is this what you want if you're Phil Jackson?
If I'm Phil Jackson, obviously he wants other guys to be aggressive. But if I'm coaching the Lakers, I'm thinking, come on, number 24. I don't need you to just hang around out there and be a normal guy. I need you to put on the cape and take over this basketball game. This is where we're at our best, where other guys are aggressive, but you have your foot on the gas pedal constantly.
Again, Kobe told our Lisa Salters at halftime the left ankle's not bothering him, not even thinking about it. Played 40 minutes last night, 34 tonight. Missed 5 games, 18 days with that left leg injury. Longest stint of missed action since 2001 for Kobe Bryant. Came back with a vengeance last night. Dirk off the mark. Haywood with the rebound. Shot clock at 6. It never hit the rim. Nowitzki sees it. 3 on the time. Bryant got Nowitzki in the head. Dirk hit it anyway, and he'll go to the line. Third on Bryant. Timeout with Dallas leading the Lakers midway through the 4th.
When it matters most, the best players step up. Small guy on me, everybody out of my way, and it's time to dance. The fadeaway by Dirk. And then you want to put a bigger guy on me? Well, guess what? Mama, there goes that man. Dirk Nowitzki gets the contact. Ouch, my head, and the basket. Don't you go in.
ESPN's presentation of NBA Wednesday, brought to you by the all-new 2011 Kia Sorento, official vehicle of the NBA, and American Airlines. We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
Nowitzki, the all-time leading scorers for their respective franchises. Here are the numbers. Kobe just 0 for 1 here in the 4th quarter.
And Dirk Nowitzki getting the basketball and making big-time moves, putting pressure on the Lakers defense. And you Rick Carlisle, you love to see that.
And Nowitzki now 9 of 9 at the free throw line, and Dallas has a 5-point lead.
And the concern is, okay, if you're Bryant, you've taken so much time off. You played last night. Do you have enough in your tank to take over this game?
32 last night, including the final 9 and the game-winning 3 to beat Memphis. It looked like he was getting ready to pull the trigger on Marion. Instead, there's a foul on Haywood inside. His second. That puts Dallas in the penalty, so Gasol. That's going to be Fisher.
I like that. Fish and Haywood getting involved in the paint. A lot of contact. They look at each other after a little frustration and say, it's nothing but love. We're playing aggressive basketball. What do you expect? We can talk about it later on. We can text and email. But between these lines, we're getting after.
Mark, the Lakers had 34 points in the paint first half. They only have 10 in the second half. What's Dallas doing differently to keep the Lakers from getting into the lane and get baskets?
Oh, it's simple. They're protecting the paint area. They understood. I'm sure Rick Carlisle at halftime says, hey, if we're going to win this game, this is what we have to do. And one of the biggest things was protect the paint area. You cannot allow the Lakers to have their way on the offensive end of the paint.
Fisher goes tumbling, no whistle, and Terry hits another 3. His 4th of the game.
Just what we talked about, Terry and Nowitzki in pick-and-roll situations, put the ball in those guys' hands, and good things occur.
Largest lead of the night for Dallas at 6 points. Fisher an open 3. Can't answer. Odom the rebound. Here's Kobe. Just his second shot of the 4th quarter, and it drops. He's got 16 points now.
What you don't want to do is give up second shot opportunities. You have to close out defensive trips by securing the basketball.
First field goal in about 13 minutes of game time for Kobe Bryant, going back to the midway point of the third. Nowitzki, no. Bryant there for Los Angeles. Here's Bryant on Sean Marion. Gasol. Way off with it. Kidd back up the floor. Here's Nowitzki on our test. In and out. Gasol the rebound. 4 minutes to go. Dallas leads by 4.
Yeah, I'd much rather have, even though Dirk can make those shots, I'd much rather have Terry and Dirk in the game because good things are happening off of the rotation.
Fisher has Nowitzki on. Here's Kobe, 5 to shoot. Bryant with 3. 4-3. Off the mark. Kidd the rebound. Last touch by the Lakers. Kobe just 8 out of 20 from the field. 16 points. But still plenty of time. 3.5 to go. Lakers down just 4.
A lot of time still left in this ball game.
Mavs aren't shooting great in the quarter despite a 4-point lead. They're just 3 of 12 here in the fourth from the floor. Here's Nowitzki working on Odom. And Dirk knocks down another one. He's got 29 points.
And you know what you say of your Lamar Odom? Good shot. Nothing else you could have done. But Dirk Nowitzki putting on a clinic as far as one-on-one basketball. That's a tough shot.
Bryant on Marion. Good defense by the Mavericks. Kobe got it back. 5 to shoot. Bryant over 2 Mavericks. In and out. Kidd's got it for Dallas. He'll push the pace. Nowitzki out to Terry. Wide open 3. Rebound Haywood. Fouled by Los Angeles. They get Fisher for his third. Nowitzki at 29 to lead the Mavs. And Dallas has a 6-point lead on the Lakers with 2:39 to play in the fourth. Nowitzki, who's having a great game tonight, takes his Mavericks on the road to Atlanta to face Joe Johnson and the Hawks. Then at 9:30, it's Dwight Howard in Orlando taking on the Hornets. NBA Sunday Showcase on ABC. First at 1 Eastern, it's Nash and the Suns against Duncan and the Spurs. Then the Lakers and the Nuggets. Denver 2-0 against LA this year. Coverage begins 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific with GMC Sierra NBA Countdown. Dirk Nowitzki has 11 of the Mavs, 18 points here in the fourth quarter.
Well, putting on a show. Last night he came to this very building and watched Jay-Z perform. And tonight is all about Dirk Nowitzki. He's saying, Jay, I got an answer to your question. It's me that's going to run this town tonight. Isolations, pick and roll, knockdown jumper. It's the Dirk Nowitzki show to close out the game.
Brandon Haywood hits the free throw. Dallas, the best free throw shooting team in the league. Now 10 for 10 as a team here in the fourth. Largest lead for the Mavs, 7 points. Haywood missed the second one.
Now how about the job that Sean Marion is doing on Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Yeah, he's tired. Yeah, he's taking tough ones. He's missing easy ones. But give credit to the defense. Sean Marion battling and keeping the body.
Again, no Caron Butler tonight due to reaction to medication. 3-on-1. Terry from Kidd. 9 points. Dallas lead. Bryant, and a great save by Artest. Fisher's 3, not there. Kobe able to save it. 2 minutes to go. Odom on the drive, score it, and a foul. Big play by Odom, who's shaken up.
Extra effort plays. Bryant sacrificing his body, chasing down a loose ball, diving into the Mavs bench, and a big play by Lamar Odom. Dribble penetration, you need a way to stop the bleeding, takes it to the body of the shot blocker, uses the opposite hand, and finishes in traffic.
Third foul in Haywood, both teams in the penalty. Lamar Odom, a Laker high 17 points. Also 7 rebounds and 5 assists.
I think if you're the Mavs, you have to understand it's still a lot of time in this ball game. You still have to execute on both ends of the floor. Close the game out.
Here's Terry. Quick fire and score. That's 28 for Jason Terry. Back to an 8-point Dallas lead.
And that's using Dirk and Terry, screening, creating open.
Kobe into the lane. Out to Odom. Corner three. Got it! 5-point game. Minute and a half to go.
Here the Lakers is about getting a stop. You can't match baskets with the Mavs. It's about stopping them on this side.
Odom has 10 in the fourth quarter. Here's Terry. Shot clock to 5. Terry, offensive foul. Only his second. Lakers with 1:13 to go have the ball down 5.
And give Fisher credit, battling on that defensive trip without coming up with a careless foul.
SportsCenter follows us here on ESPN. Can the Lakers come back? Kobe last night scored the final 9 against the Grizzlies. Hit the game-tying 3 and the game-winning 3 in the final minute. Here he goes on Marion to the basket. Gets LA within 3. Timeout Dallas. $18 points for Kobe Bryant. Taking Sean Marion to the hole. And LA back within 3 with 57 seconds left. Kobe did it last night in his first game back. Will he do it again tonight? Turned last night. Scored 32 points, including this 3 with 4.3 on the clock. He also hit the game-tying 3 with under a minute to go as Kobe and the Lakers beat Memphis. He has hit 5 game-winning shots already this year. And after a layup against Sean Marion, Lakers, who were down 9 a minute ago, are back within 3 thanks to an 8-2 run.
And put themselves in position to close the gap ball with a stop. Phil Jackson coming out of this timeout, certainly they need another one. And if you're Rick Carlisle and the Mavs, it's going to Dirk and Terry, whether it's picking or pick and roll.
Dirk's got 29, Terry's got 28. Terry trying to get off of Derek Fisher. Instead, it's Nowitzki with 8 to shoot on Odom. Finds Sean Marion. Marion with 4. Off the glass, no. Kobe Bryant gets to the loose ball.
And you don't want to allow him to pull up in transition for a 3, lulling you to sleep.
Kobe for 3. Not there. Gasol. Out of bounds to Dallas. Bryant missed the 3 that would have tied it. And now the Lakers have to foul. Oh, wait, the officials may go to the monitor to see who touched it last. That's a new rule this year. Inside of 2 minutes, you can go to the monitor to see who last touched it, and that may be what's going on here.
And taking a look at it, Haywood did hit it, but Gasol hit it prior to it going out of bounds with the left hand.
And that is indeed what they're looking at.
Certainly looked like off of the left hand of Pau Gasol after Haywood tipped it. I love this rule where you can take a look at it and get it right.
And they did. They give it to Dallas. Great rule change this offseason to be able to look at that in the final 2 minutes. So the Lakers have to foul with the shot clock off. 23.7 remaining. Kobe just 9 of 23 after that missed 3 that would have tied it. Nowitzki, the last guy you'll want to foul. Terry, pretty good free throw shooter as well. And no whistle yet. They finally get it with 15.9. Terry, an 86% free throw shooting team.
And with all good foul shooters on the floor, made it tough. But I want to go back a couple of seconds. That is the absolute greatest demonstration of that rule being effective. I'm the commissioner. I'm at home watching this game going, well done, guys. Well done, committee. Because the referees were able to take a look at it and then make the correct call.
Now Terry, 86% free throw shooter on the year, gets 2. Dallas, the #1 free throw shooting team in the league. Here it was again. Haywood and Gasol going for it.
And you just have to naturally, if the rule wasn't in place, trust your instincts and make a call. And it may cost a playoff team a big game.
Got the second one. 5-point lead for Dallas. Timeout Lakers.
You remember me?
Mavericks lead the Los Angeles Lakers 99-94. SportsCenter follows us on ESPN. They were down 3. The ball was in Kobe Bryant's hands, but he missed a 3 that would have tied it. But still, 16 seconds on the clock, and you would think Kobe's going to get another chance here.
And they got a good look with Bryant's 3. This is what Phil Jackson calls a 20. You don't want to fall in love with a three-pointer. You want to get a quick shot, whether it be a 2 or 3, and then stretch this game out by fouling and trying to attempt to come up with a steal.
Again, the problem is Dallas is the best free throw shooting team in the league. Here's Gasol. Bryant in the lane. Kobe got Marion up and is fouled. Rick Carlisle told us before the game you cannot go on the pump fake, and they didn't for the entire game until right there.
And actually the mindset was to try to get a quick 2 on the back cut. Gasol missed Kobe Bryant, therefore they had to eat clock. And good job by Marion. Certainly stayed down, and then went up, committing the foul, but Bryant trying to stretch this game by stopping the clock.
His first free throw attempt of the game. He's just 2 of 6 from the field here in the fourth quarter. 9 of 23 on the night, 19 points. Shannon Brown will come in for our test. SportsCenter coming up, following us here on ESPN. Bryant trying to get it back to a 1-possession game, and then the Lakers will go for the steal, if not the quick foul. Bryant got them both. Kidd got to get it in. Got it to Terry. Down to Marion. Lakers got to foul him. 3 seconds left. They grab Nowitzki with 1.8 on the clock. Lakers wasted 8 seconds there before fouling Nowitzki, but good execution by Dallas to get it down floor and keep it away from Los Angeles.
Oh, a great job by the Mavs, moving the basketball, a lot of man movement and ball movement, eating a lot of clock. But if you're Phil Jackson and the Lakers, that's inexcusable. You understand what you have to do, foul immediately. They allow the Mavs to eat precious time away.
And Nowitzki just pushed it to a 2-possession game.
What a big win by the Mavs. No Caron Butler. They found a way to come up with a big win against the Lakers.
31 points for Dirk Nowitzki. And the Dallas Mavericks knock off the Los Angeles Lakers 101-96. Kobe just 9 of 23 from the field, 20 points. Nowitzki with 13 points in the fourth quarter. Jason Terry had 9 in the fourth quarter. And Dirk is with Lisa Salters.
Thanks, Dave. Dirk, what was the difference down the stretch? The Lakers tried to get it.
Well, we knew they're going to keep coming all game long. I think our defense was solid. Big Haywood was battling behind them. I think Marion made it really tough on Kobe down the stretch. He still got some good looks, but our defense, I think, won us the game.
And again, everybody in the building knew that Kobe was going to try to steal this one. How were you guys able to keep him relatively quiet?
Well, I think we threw a lot of bodies at him throughout the whole night. You know, Stevenson did a good job on him. Marion is one of our best defenders, obviously, on the perimeter. Kidd had had him some. So, I mean, with a great player, you got to just make him work for every point, and I think we did a decent job. And offensively, I think we were moving the ball well. We made their defense shift a little bit. Jason Terry was on fire, so that always helps.
I know you went to the Jay-Z concert last night. What was it like playing in front of Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Jigga man, he's the man. So, no, we had fun last night, and it's great for him to come out. So I'm going to say hi real quick.
All right, thanks, Terry.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Nowitzki looking for Jay-Z, and there he goes with Beyonce. They got to see the Mavericks beat Kobe Bryant of the Lakers 101-96. Coming up next on ESPN, it's SportsCenter. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.